Welcome to Cloud Institution again. So today in this video, we're going to see another real-time interview questions on VPC, which is Internet Gateway. So the question for the today for today's session is that so I have attached Internet Gateway to my VPC, and I have not added any route table. Okay, will all the subnets created under the VPC be a private or public? Okay, this is the simple question, right? So but it looks really complicated. Okay, but so as you can see here, so I've if you can go back to my screen. So now if you can see here, this is my VPC is created. Okay, so this is my VPC. Okay, so in this VPC I've attached internet gateway. Okay, as you know that you'll be attaching the internet gateway to the VPC. Okay, it's not to the subnets directly. Okay, so internet gateway. Okay, I'm just doing the IG. Right. So now I'm creating a couple of subnets here. Okay, I'm creating a couple of subnets over here. Okay, this is subnet 1 and subnet 2. Okay, so now I have this is subnet 1 and subnet 2. Okay, so now will these two subnets will be a the internet public subnet or private subnet. Okay, so now if you want to understand, you have to go back to our the console, and you have to see some of the real-time things, right? So whenever if you can go for any kind of any regions, you can see you can go to one of the VPCs. So under VPCs, you will be having and VPC, you will be having one VPC, right? And then if you can see here, um, okay, so not here. So if you can see here, the main route table is there. Okay, so they can click on route table, and before that, let's see internet gateway. Okay, let's go to the internet gateway. This internet gateway attached to this VPC. Okay, so this by default, this VPC ID is going to be this one. Okay, if you can go for here, and so this VPC is attached to here. But what happens is that if you're not added any kind of any route table, okay, so what is route table? If you can go here, you see the route table. There is one route table is there. It's been again attached to this VPC. So in this route table, we have to define a route that all the traffic will be you know traveling from internet gateway. Okay, so then it will be reaching to all the subnets. Okay, so if you go for edit route table, okay, so if you can delete this one. Okay, now this is the scenario, right? If this is the scenario, now I've attached the VPC internet gateway to my internet gateway to my VPC, but I've not added any routes. I've not added any routes over here. Okay, now will all the subnets will be a private subnet or public subnet? That's what the question, simple question is that, right? So now this subnets, whatever it's been there here, still be a private subnet. Okay, so it will still be a private subnet. So the reason being, you just attached the internet gateway to the VPC, but you have not added any routes to go through this internet gateway and reach the internet outside. Okay, so now if you're not enabling any kind of internet gateway route table, okay, so now it's the local route table, right? So if you want to add routes, we have to go here, so click on 0 to 0. You can see here, if you click on internet gateway, and you can find any one of the internet gateway over here. Okay, then you should be clicking on save it. Okay, so now what happens is that, okay, now the destination route will be added, and then what I have to do is that you have to go and add the subnet association for this particular, so for this particular routes, you have to go and do a subnet association, so subnet without explicit associations, all these things is there. Okay, you have to do a subnet association and all these things you have to do. But for this question, what do you mean by this one is that, if you're so if I have attached my internet gateway to VPC and I have not added any route table. Okay, will all the subnets created under the VPC be a private or public? So the answer for this question will be the subnets will be a private subnet because the route table for the internet gateway is not been added for you. Okay, so that is the answer. This is kind of a real-time interview question, so you won't find this kind of a questions, anywhere in the internet, because we'll be expert in taking cloud interviews and cloud sessions and cloud courses, right? So if you really like the video, and please follow us, and we'll be posting a lot of more videos in the future classes. Okay, so thank you. See you again in the next video.